All right, welcome back to Buffalo Plus. Mike Catalana. I am Jenna Cottrell. We are here inside. We're at Ford Field in Detroit. We made the trip. The Bills made the trip. Plenty of Bills fans making the trip. But before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, of course. All right, let's talk about it. This Bills team getting to Detroit. It took a lot to get the team here because we know it's just the snow in Western New York has been absurd.
Yeah, and it was an odd thing. And a lot of people ask this, and I kind of want to know the same thing. Why didn't they consider coming here earlier?
Yeah.
A big issue was they couldn't get everybody together to get them ready to get out. But what did it do? It really cost them practice time. They started the beginning of the week with guys ill, a few guys injured, and then all of a sudden you get to the point where you cannot practice on Friday. And then here they are on Saturday when they normally have a walkthrough. They can't get it done. So that's the downside. On the plus side, all present and accounted for. It's going to be an interesting game plan. I know this offense has been together, the defense, they have all that continuity. But it's a strange thing when they haven't had that time on the field together leading into a game. Usually short weeks are strange. This one isn't a short week. It's just one of the strangest weeks you'll see. I wonder if they change some things around, keep it a little more simple. I don't know if that's the thing. Go to the things they know and they know well.
Well, I think you talk about simple and paring things down, and maybe that's exactly kind of what Josh Allen needs to do. We talked about at length some of the mistakes that he has made, some of the plays that he's made, and maybe simple, Mike, maybe that is best.
Yeah, you know what? Take what's there. Dan's in my head saying take the cheese, which is what the quarterback has to do sometimes. If the defense gives it to you, take it. Move the sticks. Keep going forward and then make your big plays. And, of course, they're capable of doing that. But with Josh Allen, it's been a little bit of he's been anxious. He's been wanting to make that big play.
Forcing it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think when you listen to him, he knows it. It has gotten through. He still makes so many big plays, but there are moments when it's like, hey, Josh, just make the good ones and then look for the great ones. And we know he can make the great plays too, and I think he can still do that for them.
Settle for good initially to open up great down the line. We've seen Allen be patient. I know sometimes he has to force himself to do that. I think he needs to get back to that. Speaking, though, of the offense, the last 3 weeks, the second half offense in particular has been bad.
Awful. No touchdowns in 3 weeks with the Bills offense. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And especially how they've looked in the first half. And I'm looking at you, Ken Dorsey. Look, it's on the coordinator here. We've talked about adjustments other teams make at halftime.
Yeah.
When you could put 24 on the board in the first half and Josh is going, and then in the second half, not all on Dorsey. We just talked about the mistakes that Josh Allen makes. But come on, you got to make some adjustments. You got to come out with something different. You have to find a way. No touchdowns in 3 straight games is absurd.
I know. You just said find a way, which is, of course, the Bills' tagline for this upcoming season. Look, I feel like, and Dan talked about this a little bit in a previous video, just like maybe this is Dorsey in his first year, needing to find that second gear, not finding it quite yet. I have faith that the relationship he and Allen have in one another. Look, I know I said this earlier about Allen. Like, this team has the keys. I know that, but they need to be able to figure it out because it's not a crisis. We've talked about this, but it's certainly a concern, especially if it lingers even further.
A crisis.
All right, well,
they're in third place right now. Yeah. You got to win, and they got to figure out a way to do it with an odd week. Josh still a little banged up, all those kind of things. You got to figure it out. I don't know if it's getting, as we've talked about, Hines more involved in the offense, Shakir involved more in the offense, obviously getting Gabe Davis more involved in the offense, all those things to help out, but you got to find a way. Once you get to the second half in this game against the Browns, you better be putting points on the board. And in many cases, it's to put the game away, something they haven't been able to do.
Exactly that. And something that has been a concern for this team is the run defense. And obviously we know that the Browns, albeit they're 3-6 on the season, they have been able to run the ball. How do they stop it?
Well, it's Nick Chubb. I mean, the guy is a beast. And I'll tell you what, the Bills are here. I would say, Nick, come back with us or stay here. We'll meet you on Thursday. Play with us in the game against the Lions. Go ahead and do that. What he would be for this Bills offense, I know they're not a run team, but a guy like Nick Chubb would be phenomenal for him. But the Bills are playing against him. They got to figure out a way to slow him down. You're not going to stop him. You know the best way to slow him down? How about get a lead?
Score points.
Score points. Put the Browns in a position where it's Jacoby Brissett who's got to make the plays, and then you're in good shape. So do that. Green Bay tried that, but you were ahead in that game, so you can take care of it. So I think that's number one. They've got to find a way to do that. I've said find a way 3 times. No Tremaine Edmonds is going to hurt. A.J. Klein, I think he's going to be active in this game. It's going to be interesting to see. He's a physical player. That'll help them in the run defense.
All right. We'll see if the crowd can help them as well. 56,000 tickets sold for this game. We found out the game was going to be in Detroit on Thursday night. Tickets didn't go on sale until Friday. A lot of Bills fans are going to be making the trip. I shouldn't be shocked, but it is still kind of shocking.
Yeah, that they get to come to this game. The last time, I think they gave the tickets away, if I remember, when they played here against the Jets. It was that Monday, and they played that game. This one, and look, in Buffalo, some people could get out. In Rochester, in any places, Little West, or Bills fans, any other place, if you could get here, I love this stadium.
It's nice.
It's indoors. You get to see the team, and honestly, and my guess is, it's going to be, if there's 60,000 people here, it's going to be 40-20 Bills.
Yeah, I would
40,000, 20,000. So whatever the percentage is, it's not 40%, 20%. It's not going to be empty the rest of the way.
Yes, we know what you're saying.
Yes.
You've had a long day. You've driven a lot. We appreciate it.
Miss Daisy just rode in the car the whole time. I drove.
I can't lie. That's exactly what happens. So in that case, I'm going to let you enjoy yourself for the rest of the night. So we'll wrap up here. For Mike, I'm Jenna. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on Buffalo Blessed.